Jayson Tatum is one of the most incorrectly analyzed players in all of basketball currently. Due to the high expectations put on him as a scorer, people don't highlight enough how insanely gifted he is at other parts of the game. His defensive versatility combined with his incredible rebounding ability for a wing is arguably the biggest swing factor in this series so far and why Boston is up 2-0 heading into a pivotal game 3. His ability to attack in isolation and create paint touches, which ultimately leads to his teammates getting open looks from the perimeter, is something that's been especially highlighted in this series. Now, Tatum isn't an elite scorer, and don't let any angry Twitter user tell you otherwise, but don't let distract you from the fact that Tatum has incredible impact on the game despite his inconsistent scoring. Welcome into the Sports Headline Show. Please leave a like on the video, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button and turn on post notification bell so you never miss a new video. With that being said, let's get into this film breakdown. Now, let's start off with this first possession here. Look at how the Dallas Mavericks are playing Jayson Tatum on this switch. This is the type of effect that Tatum can have. In Game 2, Jayson Tatum had a ridiculous 29 drives in Game 2, and he would ultimately have double-digit assists as well because of his ability to attack matchups. He attacks, he gets by Luka Doncic, is able to kick out to Jrue Holiday, and Jrue Holiday is now able to get to the rim and finish with the right hand at the rim. This is such an underrated part of modern day basketball, being able to attack matchups and put the defense in rotation, and Jayson Tatum was absolutely spectacular at this in Game 2. This is a super fun play to break down and talk about Tatum's underrated passing. So the Celtics run this action and create a switch in their 5-out offense, and Tatum's about to manipulate the low man. So it's Maxi Kleber, he is the low man, and with Tatum about to break down Luka Doncic, Derek Lively has to stay one pass away. He's going to Kristaps Porzingis. So as the low man, it's Maxi Kleber's responsibility to come over and protect the rim, meaning PJ Washington. He has to zone up and effectively guard both Jaylen Brown and Sam Hauser on the perimeter. And Tatum, knowing that the most likely opportunity for PJ Washington is to bump down and take Jaylen Brown, Tatum makes the right read and uses his eyes and makes a great pass out to Sam Hauser. It's just a shot that Sam Hauser has to hit. But again, this is an underrated play from Tatum that doesn't get tracked in the stat sheet because Hauser ultimately missed. But this is the stuff that Tatum was doing constantly in Game 2. Now, this Celtics team is incredible. I mean, as evident by this incredible graphic made by my guy Hoop Venue. Make sure you guys check out his stuff. Where the Celtics were top offense in the league and a top 3 defense, and the teams that have done that and where they landed up. But a big part of this series has been Tatum's versatility on the perimeter. Boston started off this series by putting him on Derek Lively so they could just switch any Luka ball screen, and that's completely nuked their ball screen offense. And now they're forcing Luka and Kyrie to shoot tough contested jumpers. And to be able to ask your superstar to guard your best, the opposing team's big, and one, be a credible rebounding threat, and two, be able to guard out on the perimeter against a offensive wizard like Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving is something that's invaluable. You can't put a price on that. And Jayson Tatum has changed the series in that regard. What makes Luka Doncic so tough to guard is that very few players can match his size, his pace, and also just his physicality. Jaden McDaniels in the Timberwolves series really struggled and oftentimes got put in jail by Luka Doncic. Where, meanwhile, in this Celtics series, the Celtics have probably 3 of the better options that you can go to. Jayson Tatum has the wingspan of 6'11", along with the size and speed to keep up with Luka in space. Maybe gets away with a hook there, but between Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Jrue Holiday, that's the best bet that any team has, I feel like, guarding Luka. Now, Luka is still going to get his numbers, but the Celtics are doing everything they can to contain him, and Tatum does a great job of forcing the turnover here. During his Game 3 media availability, Jayson Tatum describes guarding Kyrie Irving as just trying to make everything tough on him. And I couldn't agree more when you look at the film by offering different coverages. Again, Jayson Tatum guarding Gafford just switches his ball screen early offense, is able to affect Kyrie's shot just enough to force the miss. And then on this possession, he guards Kyrie Irving in space, a tough task for almost anybody in the entire NBA. But Tatum's ability to just use his wingspan and his quickness to keep up with Kyrie. Kyrie creates enough separation, but his wingspan allows him to recover and still affect the shot here. And like I've talked about this entire breakdown, guys, this has been the biggest part of this series so far. Once again, Tatum's passing and decision making in game two was so decisive. It's such a blast to watch when reviewing the film. On this possession, he attacks baseline on this empty side action. Derek Lively comes over and rotates to the rim, which I think personally is a mistake. It should have been the low man in the corner, which would have been Kyrie. And Tatum, instead of picking up his dribble at the rim, he continues to dribble out. Luka has his complete back turned to his man, and Tatum is able to throw this pass. Pam Pritchard gets a wide open three because of it. The decision making and the ability to make these plays off of drives and get paint touches. Again, this is a possession that doesn't get charted for Tatum because it's a miss, but this is the type of plays that Tatum was making, and Boston is really pleased with this quality of shot. Tatum, when he's able to attack mismatches and get downhill, is honestly a dominant offensive player, and that's what Boston needs more of. And his ability to make quick decisions on the drive is honestly even more important. You got this possession, the quick ball movement by the Celtics, great basketball. Tatum attacks the wild closer by Luka and hits Drew Holiday for the wide open corner three. And this is honestly an example of Tatum honestly passing up on an open shot. You honestly probably want Tatum to just shoot the three with confidence on that possession because that was the open play. Good rotation by Dallas, but Boston's ball movement combined with Tatum's ability to create pressure on the rim and get paint touches is so pivotal for this offense. Like I said at the top, he had 29 drives in game two. Would you expect that volume to drop heading into game three? Yeah, but Tatum, the driver, is a driving force, pun intended, for the Celtics offense. Now, while Jayson Tatum is a good scorer, I can't get behind classifying him as a great or even as an elite scorer due to his ability to not consistently be able to make the defense pay with his jumper, especially in these playoffs. Amongst players that have taken at least 30 pull-up jumpers or 30 catch and shoot shots in these playoffs, Jayson Tatum's in the bottom six among players in catch and shoot three-point percentage, and he is second worst in terms of effective field goal percentage on pull-up jumpers. The inability to consistently knock down these jumpers is what's holding him back as a scorer because he has all the physical attributes to get to the rim and finish at will consistently. But compared to previous playoff runs, the jumper is what's holding him back as an offensive player currently. When the jumper is falling for Jayson Tatum, he's an unstoppable player to guard. On this possession here, Jaylen Brown attacks the mismatch, forces the defense to gain a rotation. Jayson Tatum receives a swing pass from Payne Pritchard and is able to knock down the catch and shoot three. That's at least the most important part that Jayson Tatum needs to rediscover. He was one of the more elite catch and shoot three-point shooters during the regular season, shooting above 42% on all catch and shoot looks during the regular season. That needs to come back for this Boston Celtics offense. And once that happens, the Celtics offense is going to be unstoppable. Now, I say all this to say, don't underrate Jayson Tatum's impact in this series because of the fact that he hasn't been a great scorer yet. I do expect a bounce back performance to some degree from Tatum in game three from a shooting standpoint. But regardless of that, Jayson Tatum's made a massive impact on this series with his ability to consistently put pressure on the rim, which opens up catch and shoot opportunities and cuts for his teammates due to putting the Dallas Mavericks defense in rotation, his incredible rebounding ability, his underrated playmaking, and then his great versatility, which has taken the Dallas Mavericks out of a lot of their favorite actions. Jayson Tatum is a superstar. He's not your normal superstar and shouldn't be in any top five conversations whatsoever. But that does not mean that he is still not an incredibly impactful player. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this breakdown. If you guys enjoyed it, please make sure you guys subscribe and hit that like button on this video. Go follow me on X at Sean_DAVI. Till next time, everybody. See ya, stay safe, and peace out.